Parents killed in a car crash are calling their daughter to the other side. Don't miss out. Was the accident a planned murder? The psychics will reveal the shocking secret. Welcome to Psychic Investigations, a project of true and astonishing stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate high-profile criminal cases and incredible paranormal phenomena. Every day, this 29-year-old woman wakes up thinking that she'll die today.
My life is a complete disaster. I think I'll die earlier than I'm supposed to.
Maryna lives in one of the Ukrainian cities and works as a lawyer. She claims that deadly danger follows her almost every step.
It was icy, and on the bridge, I still don't get it how it happened. My car just started spinning like this. The next thing I remember is that I was pulled out of the car, and well, they told me it was my second birthday.
Maryna has survived several car accidents, and recently a car almost hit her, right on the sidewalk.
I was walking with a friend in the downtown. When we crossed the road, I stopped to do up my laces. And then, as soon as I took just one step away, a car crashed into a tree on the spot where I had just been standing. I could have been there too.
Maryna is convinced that these accidents don't happen to her by chance. 18 years ago, her parents died in a car crash. She was 11 years old then.
They were driving along a highway, and in the middle of the road, a military truck with no lights stood.
It was dark. Her parents' car crashed into the truck. Her father died at the scene, while her mother died a week later in the hospital.
I never had dreams about them after it happened.
But 4 years ago, Maryna's parents started appearing to her almost every night.
They tell me, Maryna, we're waiting for you. Come join us.
To find out if her life is indeed in mortal danger, Maryna decided to seek help from the people with extraordinary abilities.
I was very impressed by Anna Gallier's work. I hope she can help me too.
Along with the British medium, psychic Maryna Laska is also taking on this investigation.
I see a young man in the company of other young men. Someone's pointing a gun at him.
I see many people, a dark room. They're all dead. And then one of them comes back to life, like he's resurrected.
I see that woman as a little girl. She's holding something in her hand. It seems to be a ring. And the ring, like a black hole, is sucking in all her energy.
Hello.
Hello?
I'm so glad you came. Please come in.
I feel heavy energy around you. It's pulling you to the other side. I felt that everything that was happening to Maryna was somehow connected to theft. But not from the living, but from the dead.
I'd like to look at your hand as well. Your lifeline splits at some point. One part is short, it ends, it's a real threat, a danger of death.
So, Maryna's premonitions are not groundless, and her life is indeed in danger?
I'd like to carry out a little diagnostic test. The sound is completely distorted. You have some kind of disturbance which makes me think there might be a curse.
I see two spirits here. I don't understand who they are or why they're here. Two shadows passed by me. At first, I thought they had nothing to do with our investigation. Only later, I realized I was wrong. I feel intense pain within you, which you're trying to hide from everyone.
You're actually right.
It's connected to your parents, because I don't see them near you.
That's correct.
You're an orphan. No parents. I see an image from a carefree girl cared for by her parents. You suddenly became a mother. But it's not your child, it's your brother. You worry about him.
Yes, that's entirely true. I have a brother, and he's 4 years younger than me.
Maryna's brother's name is Dimitro. He is now 25 years old. He was also going to be present at the meeting with the psychics, but he recently started working at the prosecutor's office and can't show his face.
I protected him, helped him with his studies, and even taught him how to waltz. Grandma and he are my only family.
I feel that your brother is also in danger of death. I see a gun being pointed at him.
Yes, it happened.
Dimitro was at the train station to meet his friend and accompany her home when suddenly strangers approached them.
Some guys were walking toward them, slightly intoxicated, and they had a gun.
They demanded money from Dimitro. However, the place was crowded, so they got scared and fled. But it wasn't the only incident. One day, Dimitro and his friend were in the city in the evening when suddenly a man appeared with a gun and began demanding money. But again, nothing happened, as the attacker was alarmed by passers-by and ran away.
It means the deadly threat doesn't only loom over you, but also your brother. I see that you both were supposed to die with your parents, but something saved you, and it's still protecting you.
That's absolutely true. It was supposed to be a family trip.
But right before the trip, little Dimitro suddenly began crying hysterically for no apparent reason.
He got terribly hysterical and turned red, blue, and green.
The parents, Serhii and Olha, decided to leave the children with their grandmother. They were supposed to be back in 3 days, but their children never saw them alive again.
Now I see the day of the accident. I feel there was someone else in the car with your parents.
That's true.
It was Maryna's uncle. He was also injured in that terrible car accident. He and his wife were in the car with Maryna's parents.
It feels like he also died. I see him being taken away.
He's in a dark room. There are spirits around him.
He comes to his senses. He's among corpses.
Exactly. He was taken to the morgue. Everyone thought he was dead.
Medics declared Ihor dead and took him to the morgue, where he lay for several hours.
He resurrected. It was shocking. He has 2 guardian angels.
I woke up on a concrete table, naked, covered by a thin sheet. I shouted and a terrified nurse ran in. Then I fainted again. When I came to next time, I was in a hospital ward.
When Ihor recovered, he immediately recalled how the tragedy occurred.
A truck seemed to be turning around. Serhii reacted, as any driver would. He turned the wheel left and braked. Later, after the accident, I found out that the truck was actually stationary, with its engine off. None of its lights were on, so we hit its rear wheel.
No one understands where the truck came from or why it was parked on the road with its engine off.
The funeral was terrifying. What can I say?
The farewell is still etched in my memory.
Someone planned that accident.
Maryna's mother worked as a nurse in a hospital. Her father was a truck driver. Who would want to kill those people? And why?
I agree. The accident happened due to some interference. It wasn't a coincidence. Those 2 people, the brother and his wife, they survived, while your parents did not.
I feel that sometime before your parents' deaths, everything around seemed to be warning of the tragedy.
The signs, they practically followed them.
Yes, they did. I don't remember much, but I recall a few things. Before we were told about the accident, a mirror broke, and the framed photograph of my great-grandfather fell.
But who could have wished harm on Maryna's parents? And is this the reason their children's lives are now in danger?
The great-grandfather, whose photograph fell before Maryna's parents' deaths, played a significant role in this situation. But I didn't understand how at the time.
The clairvoyants walk around the building in which Maryna's grandmother lives.
For the second time today, I see two spirits near us. It's a young man and an older woman. I feel that they haunt you at night.
After hearing this, Maryna shared something so chilling it would make anyone's hair stand on end.
I often feel the presence of two people, a man and a woman, one older and the other is younger.
As a lawyer, Maryna was always a staunch skeptic. She says if something like this happened to anyone else, she would never believe it.
I was sleeping at night and woke up with a clear sense that someone was lying next to me. A man of about 35 years old, big and stately, not resembling my father, and an elderly woman, gray-haired, curly, probably 55 or 60 years old. What saved me was reciting Our Father maybe 10 times.
Maryna says the spirits follow her everywhere. She has changed several rented apartments, but feels their presence in every home.
They're often with me. I can wake up at night feeling that someone is right there next to me.
But who are the spirits the clairvoyants see? Why do they haunt Maryna at night?
They're hiding and I can't read the information.
Your mother saw them too, didn't she?
I know Mom used to talk about such things, but since it was a long time ago, I don't remember her stories well. I heard her sharing them with her sister, saying she heard footsteps, felt some presence, and that someone choked her at night.
Maryna's grandmother recalls that sometime before the accident, her daughter-in-law began making the sign of the cross over the windows. Could it be that Maryna's mother also sensed the presence of the two strange spirits?
The spirits of the older woman and the young man said something had been stolen from them, but I couldn't understand what. I want to go to the place where your parents spent the night before the accident.
Maryna says that a few weeks before their death, her parents had bought a house in the country, but they didn't have the opportunity to settle there and only stayed one night. Could the house be cursed? The psychics immediately set out to investigate. As it turned out, no one lives there anymore. All that remains are ruins.
This house was special to your parents. They didn't move here without reason. It feels like they wanted to start a new life.
It was supposed to be temporary housing.
Your mother tells me their move here was connected to money. Your parents had financial problems.
My parents were in debt, so they sold our house and bought this one. The debt, as far as I know, was connected to the car they crashed in.
As it turned out, after Maryna and Dimitro were born, their parents took a loan and began building a house. Things were going well. Her father, a truck driver, earned enough to make timely payments on the loan. However, 6 months before his death, he borrowed money to buy a car.
Then unemployment hit. They had a tough period at work. It was hard.
They couldn't pay off 2 loans at the same time. The debts grew, and the creditors began harassing the family.
Mom was very worried that we were in debt. They even received threats.
Your mother is very upset about how things turned out. She says, Maryna, forgive me for leaving you without support. Now your mother and father are here. They're holding your hand.
I was taken back to my childhood, to everything I experienced.
The 2 spirits that haunt you are here with us again. I can describe them. The woman has gray curly hair and a gentle gaze. The man is younger than her.
They follow you everywhere.
At that moment, I was shown a ring somehow connected to the dead. Moreover, I felt that the deaths of Maryna's parents and what was happening to her and her brother were connected to that ring. The spirits are telling us to go to your parents' house.
All right, let's go.
This is the house Maryna's parents began building after their marriage, but sold a few months before their death. It's located in a nearby village. Maryna hasn't been to this place since her parents died.
I only heard that it was resold 5 times.
As I see, it's locked now, right?
The house's owner agreed to unlock the door, so the clairvoyants could work there. A renovation is currently underway in the house.
Give me your hand. Right here, I found this coin. Take it. It was lying here. It's a kind of sign. Is the coin hot in your hand now?
Yes.
I'm getting an image of a little girl, walking and carrying. No, it's not a coin, but something different. It's round and silver. What is it? Was that you? What was it?
A silver ring.
As it turned out, several years before her parents' death, Maryna found a silver ring at this very spot. The ring didn't belong to any family member.
The ring carries very negative energy.
I see this as a curse. A death curse on your mother.
But who would wish harm on Maryna's mother, and why?
I see a specific event involving your parents. At some point, they started arguing.
And it was all because your father cheated on your mother.
As a truck driver, Maryna's father was often away from home for weeks. After one trip, Maryna's mother found a pile of photographs of various women in his truck.
Mom was crying and holding the photographs, saying, "What is this? Look, to my beloved Seri."
But how are these infidelities connected to the deaths of Maryna's parents? And why are their children in danger now?
I feel that not only did your father cheat on your mother, but your grandfather also cheated on your grandmother.
There are rumors in the family that Maryna's great-grandfather, Yukim, was also a womanizer.
Your great-grandfather, he's the root cause. He cheated. Then he returned to his wife. His mistress was deeply hurt and placed a curse on him so he would always cheat. And not just him, but his entire lineage.
Because of this magical influence, your father cheated on your mother.
The woman Maryna's father abandoned wanted to win him back. She sought help from a sorceress who advised her to place a death curse on her rival. For the ritual, they needed a ring from a deceased person. Around this time, acquaintances of your father's mistress, a mother and son, were murdered during a home burglary when they came back unexpectedly. The mistress stole the dead woman's wedding ring at the funeral. After the ritual, she planted the cursed ring in the home where you lived with your parents.
But if it was intended for Mom, why did Dad die too?
You see, a husband and wife are one. When magic is performed on one, very often the other dies too. Rituals involving items from the dead are the most terrifying and powerful because they involve black magic.
Then who are the man and woman who haunt me?
They are the murdered mother and son your father's mistress knew. The ring you found belongs to the woman. They keep coming back to reclaim what was stolen from them. You were the first in your family to touch the ring.
If your great-grandfather hadn't cheated, there wouldn't be this ring nor the accident, nor would the danger you're feeling now. Everything in this house would be fine.
What do I do?
You need to take any silver ring, place it where you found the original one, and invite a priest to bless the house. You should also go to a church. Leave an offering and say, I atone for my entire lineage.
Maryna, let us perform a cleansing ritual to help protect you from danger.
For about an hour, the psychics walked around Maryna, reciting prayers.
How do you feel now?
Like I've just woken up.
Your new life begins now.
I am very grateful to you. I'm so grateful to you.
The criminal tried to escape punishment for a gruesome murder. However, another punishment caught up with him, the revenge of a ghost. Welcome to the channel of true shocking investigations conducted by people who call themselves psychics. Using their abilities, they look into mysteries of the past, unmask wrongdoers, and solve unbelievable mystical riddles. In this episode, the clairvoyants challenge a poltergeist that's attacking an ordinary Ukrainian family. The mother of the family, Lyubov Havrilyuk, asked them to help after her family found human bones under their house's windows.
Over here, when they were laying gas pipes, the worker who was working here found the bones.
After a strange find, events that send chills started happening in the house.
It was about 3 in the morning. I woke up with a feeling as if somebody had ordered me to do it. I opened my eyes and rose, and then I saw a human silhouette standing in the room.
The unknown mysterious force started doing everything to make Lyubov's family leave the house.
For example, there are dishes in the kitchen, and then you hear clattering like something has exploded, and you see the dishes shatter into tiny pieces.
A glass burst itself in the cupboard. They've got some kind of bad energy there in the house.
Since then, the mother stopped leaving her children home, alone.
I'm afraid that something can happen to them. They're little. I can't even go outside without them. They never stay home alone.
To provide for his family, the father works abroad, and the woman lives in constant fear.
Lyubov was so scared that me and a few of our friends took turns spending the night at her home. We were sitting drinking coffee when we heard some distant noise. It was the noise of the door being opened and closed. Then we saw a shadow in the corridor. It resembled a human silhouette.
A human silhouette without legs, only the body and the head. My friend told me, no offense, but I'll go. And she left me alone.
But the last straw for the mother was a nightmare, after which she became sure that the bones found by the family will bring death to her family.
In that dream, I saw 4 caskets, and a woman was lying on a bed next to the caskets. There are 5 people in my family.
They even had several cameras installed in the house to register the mystical phenomena. And what they saw in the recordings is absolutely surreal. First, the cameras begin losing the signal, and then the things begin falling from the shelves. To stop the aggressive poltergeist, the most powerful psychics of Ukraine, Zhana Shulakova and Olena Kurilova, came to visit the family.
I had had a dream of a white room. I heard children's laughter in it. It was so vibrant. When I entered, I saw a ginger girl, very cute and about 6 years old, riding a bicycle and pointing her finger upward onto the skies. And there was a slip knot.
What slip knot?
For someone to hang themselves. but it was empty.
Soon afterward, the clairvoyants arrive at the site. Lyubov meets them at her house. The father is at work, while the children are at school.
I've been looking forward to seeing you. Please help me. Human bones have been unearthed in my yard.
Over here, please, and here. Was the hole here where I'm standing?
Yes, it was right over here.
It's so terrible. Like, we saw the spirit whose bones had been disturbed. It was a man. He was telling us something, but I didn't understand him.
Are those the man's bones? But who was he? How come his bones ended up in this yard?
If you disturb someone's bones, the person will seek revenge. And a disturbed spirit wants to do only one thing to revenge: to take you to the netherworld. The bones lying here underground took a man with them. He died with his skull smashed. His head was broken.
One man who we hired, a worker, fell and died. After he found the bones, he took them and laughed, asking what he was supposed to do with them, and he died after he hit his head. His skull broke, and he died.
Had you taken the bones to the graveyard and buried there, you could have avoided the death.
Olena, what's wrong? Olena.
What are these? Why didn't you tell us? Here 1, and 2, and 3.
3 graves, 3 graves.
Dear Lord, is it a cemetery here?
The old people told us that there were bones down there.
Lyubov says that the local elderly told her where the 3 old graves had been, and Lyubov arranged a flower bed there on purpose. But she never knew about the 4th grave.
A military uniform.
Yes, I was told they were German graves. Could this be the reason? Should we remove them? Or would it better? What am I supposed to do?
I wouldn't even touch these 3. They're calm. These spirits aren't aggressive, and they didn't attack, except one whose bones were found. But neither Lyubov nor her family disturbed the grave, and they didn't touch the bones. He killed a stranger because he disturbed him. Despite everything, the grave that had been unearthed in the yard was radiating calm energy. Hold on. Was a priest ever here?
He was.
This is why they're lying peacefully.
He gave them peace.
Then who's knocking in my house?
I sneak-hid a glance of a human silhouette behind the house. The only thing I saw was that their hands were covered in blood. Wait. Jana.
Olena. Olena, what is that?
Ah! The iron ladder. It was standing like this, but fell like that. It's awful. I was shocked. There's an iron ladder there, and it was standing firm on the ground. Even the wind, however strong, never knocked it down.
Next to the ladder, I saw a spirit of a man with bloody hands. And then I noticed he had a slipknot on his neck.
Who could he be? Some relative of mine?
I don't know. You see, he wasn't actually standing. His head was bent like this, and his feet were above the ground. He was hanging.
As soon as Olena began describing the man's spirit, I heard some weird noise coming from inside the house. Come over here. I saw some dead woman's spirit, and she was repeating the same word over and over again. I think it was a name, Alina. Wait, she is standing. The woman is standing, definitely standing. Alina, who is this Alina?
I have no idea.
What's going on in this house? How many spirits are there active in it, and why?
I don't know who she is. Wait, take who and from where?
We couldn't understand what the deceased woman's spirit was trying to tell us. Who is she anyway? And who is that Alina? And what are we supposed to take?
I decided to take my pendulum and work with it. The gate to the yard. I asked the pendulum where the woman's spirit came from, and it led me to a mob. Where are we going? Give me your hand.
What is your name?
Elena.
Do you hear knocking in your house? Footsteps and squeaks or rapping?
Yes, I've experienced it. I heard the steps and rapping. I thought somebody was knocking on the window pane because the dogs began barking. I went outside but saw nobody, but it felt like someone had put a hand on my knee.
Does this mean the unknown force has been creating chaos not only in Lubov's house?
This is my mother.
Both the mother and the daughter experience absolutely identical events in their houses. I had a feeling that some unearthly force was bound to this family. But the question is, why?
I suggested going to Olena's house and try working there.
There was such powerful necrotic energy around the house that I even feared to step into the yard. Let's go and check in the house.
I'm trembling.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Screaming, blood, and somebody's hands washing something. I saw a clear picture of the house's walls splashed with blood and some man wiping them out hastily, as if he were trying to cover up traces of a murder. Olena. Olena. Where's Olena? Olena, what are you doing here?
There's a little girl here, 7 or 8 years old, and in any case, not more than 10. She's a spirit. It was the same ginger girl from the vision I had the other day.
Was there a child that was murdered in your yard?
No.
She, the little girl, says, I'm playing with her. Is there any little girl living in your house?
Yes. Olenka, come here, please. There she's coming.
Hello, darling. Are you Olenka?
Yes.
Olenka is Lubov's niece.
Wait, stay here. Please, have you seen a little girl?
Yes. She was standing in front of the small room.
Was her hair red?
Yes, she was red-headed.
The spirit of the girl I saw in the yard, she wasn't just dead. She was murdered, and she was haunting the house to see her murderer. I couldn't say it in front of the child, so I asked Olenka to go inside. Would you kindly draw her for me? In general features, can you?
Yes.
The dead girl is in your yard, riding a bicycle. What's she doing here?
She's somehow bound to the house. She tells me, one moment. She's bound, thought the man. She says he killed her. Victims' souls only haunt their murderers as if they manage to get away with the murder. It was exactly the case.
My sister's husband, before he married her, he was driving the car in the neighboring village, and he ran over her. While she was riding her bicycle, she died as a result.
The accident took place 20 years ago. The girl died at the scene, while the court ruled Petro, Olena's sister's husband, innocent as the child appeared on the road unexpectedly.
Why didn't you tell this earlier? Bring him here.
No need to call him. He's hanging upstairs.
Yes.
Did he hang himself there? In the attic? Upstairs?
Yes.
Now we know who the hung man is.
The man committed suicide in December 2015. He didn't leave any notes or explanations.
Petros, tell me, did I see you on the ladder? Was that you who knocked it down?
Damn it, please.
What's going on? It's something terrifying.
I got scared. Mom, I got so scared.
My heart won't take it any longer. He's extremely aggressive, like it was Petro's spirit. As someone who committed suicide, He's bound to the place of his death. He was mad and restless and craved blood and
Who does he keep coming for?
for the girl.
What girl?
Olenka?
The one who went to draw the picture.
Oh, and dear God.
Jana, he's like a madman. He's lost his mind. And the girl sees Petro.
Yes. She sees him all the time. The back shadow with blue eyes. And her father had blue eyes.
The girl didn't simply see her father. It turned out she's been on the verge of life and death. Her brother saved Olenka at the last moment.
I put my sister Olenka to bed and went out for about 20 minutes. But then I had some kind of vague, discomforting feeling, so I ran home and felt heat. She was sleeping.
When the boy entered the room, he was stunned to see that embers from the stove somehow fell on the linoleum. It had to cover over a meter, as if someone threw it out of the stove. The floor caught fire. Alexander was just in time to take his sister out of the house and call firefighters before it was too late.
We had to check how the child was doing because the girl was alone in the house. So, have you drawn the girl? Could you please show me her? Does she ever talk to you, or is she always silent?
She stands watching.
Most of all, I wanted to know why she keeps haunting that place. Even after her murderer, Olena's dad, left this world. That moment that the woman from the vision I had in Lyubov's house emerged behind the girl. She was hugging the girl, patting her head, and kept saying, "My darling." I got it all wrong, and not Alina. No, I can't bear it. She was taken away.
Who was taken away?
The mother was taken away from her child. And it was done with cruelty. The child became an orphan.
Does this mean that the girl's mother is also dead?
In Lyubov's house, I saw the woman who told me to look for Alina. It turned out that she wasn't asking me to find Alina, but her daughter, Olenka, her darling.
Olenka once told me that somebody was patting her on her head while she was sleeping. When she opened her eyes, she saw her mom, who told her, "Sleep, my darling, sleep."
Olenka's mother came to ask me for help. She was asking to save her darling. But the woman wasn't simply dead. She'd been murdered, and the murder was especially cruel. Who took the mother's life?
He did. Not only wasn't he punished for one, but he also got away when he did it for the second time.
Did Olenka's father kill her mother? But how did it happen? And then why did the man do it?
Tell me her name, please.
Larissa.
Once I tuned into the name, I again saw the image I'd seen earlier that day. Look, he approaches her from behind. Here's the table. She's standing at it. It looks like it's a kitchen. She's standing there or doesn't suspect anything. Then he grabs her like this and starts stabbing with a knife in her face.
The terrifying tragedy happened 2 years ago. Larissa was found dead in the kitchen. The woman bled to death after she'd been stabbed with a knife repeatedly.
11 wounds in her neck and the right side of her head, the forehead and the top of her head were heavily bruised. All I can say is that it was terrible. Really terrible.
Blood all over the walls, so he was trying to wash it off. He was washing the blood off. Petro not only killed his wife, but he covered up all the traces. After that, he hid in the attic and watched the family find Larissa's dead body.
He wasn't going to hang himself. But no, he wasn't.
Then what was he going to do?
It feels like he hears you scream. He hears you scream over her. When you began screaming, he realized he'd have no way out of here.
We were told my sister had gone by 10 o'clock. She stopped answering her phone at 8. And at 10, he was talking to our neighbor, cracking jokes with him. And afterward,
He said he had some work left to be done.
back then, he was seen alive.
The little girl that he'd killed was next to him.
The little girl he'd killed was next to him. The child's spirit had been haunting him in his dreams and when he was awake. As a result, the man paid a high price with his own sanity.
He started losing his mind.
When he murdered Larissa, he wasn't a human anymore. It's like a demon took hold of him.
It was Larissa who was haunting Lyubov's house. She was trying to tell her sister to ask for help and save Olenka from her father's angry spirit.
The spirit of the dead red-headed girls keeps haunting the house because she's trying to save Olenka from her father, who keeps hunting her.
Petro's spirit was very aggressive. We had to trick him out of the house and close it, and so he'll never enter it.
Do you have any of his possessions left at home?
I do.
The personal possession to bind him to, the ropes to bind him with, the bait to lure him, and fire. Olena, lock it. Have you locked it?
Yes.
The souls of people who took their own life are bound to the places where they died. The house's door is locked for Petro forever, so he won't be able to hurt anybody, and neither in this house nor outside of it.
Thank you so much. I'm genuinely grateful to you.
Thank you for helping us.
Several months after the investigation, Lyubov called to say that the ritual had worked and her family was finally living peacefully.
It's so calm and quiet, and I'm not afraid anymore and can go outside. The fear is gone.
Does Olenka still see spirits? Is she scared?
No. Olenka is not scared at all. She can stay at home alone without any fear at all. Thank you so much.
Every deed has consequences, they say. The fact that the man guilty of a terrible accident got away with the child's death resulted in a tragedy not only for him, but also for his whole family. If you're impressed by this story, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. There are many more impressive investigations by the psychics in stock for you. The Revenge of a Ghost. Who and why stole the skull from the dead woman's grave? Don't miss out. The horrifying mystery of the murderous love triangle. You are watching Psychic Investigations, the channel where only true stories are collected. People who call themselves clairvoyants investigate tangled criminal cases and baffling mystical phenomena. This investigation began when clairvoyant Rubina Tsibulska, traveling on business, saw a woman's ghost. The woman was begging for help and asked Rubina to follow her to the neglected cemetery. The psychic went there immediately. Her colleague, Yana Pasinkova, accompanied her.
I saw a stone angel behind the woman and realized it was an ancient crypt.
The signature faded with time. We couldn't see the name or the dates of the birth and death. What does this woman want? Why did she contact you?
She's in front of me right now. She's very beautiful. She's got fair hair. She's tall. And she's got a scarf. She takes it off. And I see a bloody wound over here.
What do you mean? Was she murdered?
No. My head's been stolen.
What? Stolen? Who did it? A woman stole the head. She's alive.
And she's telling me. She disturbed my peace. Find her. She must make up for it.
Where do we find her?
Guys, could you fetch the map of the area?
Do you have the map? Thank you.
It stops here.
How do we find the woman?
The spirit will help us. Can I borrow somebody's handkerchief? The earth from the grave can be used to summon the spirit wherever we are.
Half an hour later, the clairvoyants have reached their destination.
Let's get off and tune in. She's pointing over there, at that house. Here it is.
Is anybody home? Hello. My name is Yana Pasinkova. This is Rubina Tibulska. We are psychics.
What's your name?
I'm Inna.
We're here because of the stolen head. Did you steal the head?
Yes.
We are shocked. She looks like an ordinary woman. Whose head did she steal? When? Under what circumstances? And above all, why did she do it?
How did you steal the head?
In the grave. I entered it with my friend, and there we saw skeletons. They were all unearthed, and we took a skull. I didn't understand what I was doing. I was 12, a child. Neither of us realized what we were doing. We were looking for gold in there.
It turned out that when this woman was young, she and her parents lived not far from the old cemetery the psychics had just visited. As a young girl, Ina dreamed of finding a treasure, so she often went to the cemetery.
My friend suggested that we take the skull, and so we did it. I took it, and we carried it home. I put it on top of a stick. We laughed, thinking, of course, nothing would happen to us. I brought it home. I remember I washed it and left it in the yard. And the woman's spirit showed itself later that night.
Did she visit you?
I saw her in my dream. Her head was hovering in the air. This is how I knew it was her. I was paralyzed and couldn't speak or move. She said, "Bring back my skull." And the next day, I took it there. I'm aware that I committed a sin and that it was wrong.
There was no chance that Ina would get away with stealing the skull from the grave. She would definitely have to pay for it.
It turned out that the 39-year-old Ina Yakimenko lives in this house with her son, Denis, his wife, Svetlana, and granddaughter, Karina. Woman divorced her husband long ago, and we also discovered that her relatives' lives have been in danger many times.
I simply can't sleep. Sometimes I even hear breathing, and I feel a gaze, a cold gaze. And then there's the feeling like someone's putting their weight on me and strangling me.
My cards say that the smallest among you, the child, suffers most.
My mirror shows me the child in her bed, and there are hands reaching down for her.
Yes, I saw a shadow at night. Karina and I were sleeping when suddenly, at about 2 a.m, something, I don't know what, woke me up, and I saw the shadow. It was right on this wall, and Karina started coughing and suffocating. I beg you, please help us.
Can we enter the yard?
Yes.
Hello? What's your name?
Svetlana.
Svetlana, can we work with the girl?
Yes. Rubina, I saw a program in which you worked with children, and you helped them. I have a problem with my daughter. I'd really like you to help me.
As it turned out, Svetlana was going to ask for help herself. She says it's been a while since something began strangling her daughter at night.
The weirdest thing is that during the day she's fine, but when it gets dark she pales, then blushes and she can't breathe.
Svetlana even recorded Karina's fits of choke on the video camera.
She's my only child and we all love her. She's so little, just a toddler. She did nothing bad to anybody. She's free from any sin.
Which picture do you like best? Show me with your finger. Can you stay in the house with somebody, please? We need to do adult things here, all right? Can you stay here, please? The girl chose 2 cards, blood and murder. What could it possibly mean?
Back then, we couldn't even imagine what an awful secret the family kept.
is some danger threatening my child?
Yes, definitely. It's 100%. She feels it and she understands it herself.
It feels like someone steals the air from her at night, so she can't breathe. She suffocates.
Did you see any doctors?
Yes.
And they don't know what could be wrong, do they?
Yes. Different doctors examined her, and none of them could diagnose anything. Nobody knows what it could be or how to treat it.
It's because the source of it is not medical, but mystical.
The women say the girl starts suffocating each time the ominous shadow appears in the house.
She can't sleep and she cries.
I see a woman on the wall. She pulls me. She strangles me.
Is it really the revenge of the woman whose skull the girl's grandmother once stole?
Wait. It's not revenge. The woman has already retaliated against you. You lost your baby.
Yes, it was an abdominal pregnancy. The fetus burst in the abdomen during the 3rd month.
You could die then.
I spent a week unconscious in the intensive care ward.
Oh, Lord. The headless woman had taken revenge, but the disturbed spirit couldn't find rest and asked for my help, so I would release her, because Ina couldn't do it herself. You must apologize.
Forgive me for what I did.
Rest in peace. She says, I found peace, but I'm leaving. And she also says, she sleeps on the grave.
And then something strange happened. Without saying a word, Rubina went right into the house. What happened?
There's dead energy in here.
It feels like there's a grave or someone is buried here.
Yana, look, what at this?
If you need it, tear it off.
Well, you look at this. It's a magic.
A charm made from grave soil is only meant to cause someone's death.
Do you always sleep here with the girl?
Yes. What is it doing here? Who could have put it in here?
A man brought it.
The man is your relative. Svetlana, he's your family. I feel he's over 50, not tall. He had dark hair and an elongated nose. Who could it be?
My father.
Does it mean he aimed to cause death to his own daughter?
What's his name?
Dimitro.
The hanged man.
He's dead, but I think he did it while he was still alive.
It turned out that Svetlana's father committed suicide. He hanged himself.
I don't get it. Why did he do it? How could he? How could he wish death to his own child?
I actually see a different picture. I see that her father loved her a lot. And he really wanted the girl to be born.
Yes. He put his hand on my belly and asked, "Do you have something in there?" And he caressed it. I started crying and said, "Yes, Dad, I do." And he said, "My congratulations. Wow, I'm going to be a grandpa." He waited for her so much. Soon after Karina was born, he began saying, "Bring her over here, to our village. Why won't you show us Karina?"
If he was an ideal father and loved you so much, then why do I see somebody else? I see a mad tyrant and oppressor. But this is the same man. What happened to him? I had the possession card. Svetlana's father was possessed by some otherworldly force, some spirit, some entity. I couldn't be sure. He died as a totally different man.
He changed dramatically.
Yes, he did. His stare glazed.
The psychics and the women go to the house where Svetlana's father lived to carry out the ritual to contact his spirit on the site of his death.
Can we go over there?
Yes, sure.
Is it where your father hung himself?
Yes.
I see you. Did he do it in front of you?
He phoned us and said it was urgent and we had to hurry home.
The day before, Svetlana and her husband and daughter had arrived to visit her parents. At 5 in the morning, they took the car and went to the market in the town. 10 minutes later, Svetlana's father called.
He called me and said we had to come back. I asked him why, and he said it was necessary, and that was it. He turned off the phone.
Svetlana and her husband got worried and hurried back. Once they stepped in the yard, they saw her father. He was hanging, dead.
My darling, God forbid to experience something like this. My cards told me that there was a woman next to her father at the moment of his death. It was extremely hard to work in the garage because of the dead energy. The hanged man, and a woman next to him. The card of lovers. He loved her. Wait. Is it somewhere here? Rubina, what happened? Have you injured yourself? Your hand's bleeding?
Bring the kit.
This is insane. The clairvoyant has her hand all bloodied.
I saw your mother lying. She was all bloodied. She's dead. I was working not far from the house when I noticed a bloody trail leading to the front door. I looked into my mirror and saw a bloodied woman. By her energy, I knew she was Svetlana's mother. It was then that my mirror cracked and fell apart in my hands. I cut my hand with a shard. She gave me the sign. She died from cuts.
What happened to your mom?
Your father killed her.
Dad stabbed her to death. Everything was a bloody mess. The curtains, the walls, everything.
He gave her a few cuts and he was infuriated. He drags her but he doesn't understand what he's done.
As it turned out, after the man murdered his wife, he took her body to the shed and then committed suicide in the adjacent building.
And you saw your mother's death.
He locked her in. We didn't find her immediately. I ran around everything in the yard looking for her. My husband found her in the shed.
And you saw her die and heard her last breaths?
Yes.
And you couldn't do anything?
No. There was a terrified look in her eyes. I said, "Mom, please forgive me. I love you so much."
The ambulance arrived within 5 minutes, but by that time, Svetlana's mother was not breathing. The police told Svetlana that her father had murdered her mother. The examination showed he'd stabbed her 3 times in her chest and abdomen with a kitchen knife.
I will never forgive him for what he did.
And the child. The girl also saw what had happened.
She was lying here, sleeping with Mom. When we left, they were still sleeping.
Did the bloodbath happen in front of 2-year-old Karina? What a nightmare.
The first thing I saw was Karina standing on the doorstep, repeating my granny, grandpa, granny, grandpa. She was terrified. She was weeping and screaming.
Such pain you are bearing.
Earlier today, your daughter took 2 cards, blood and murder. It meant she'd witnessed the murder.
Thank God he didn't hurt my baby.
But what turned Svetlana's father into the monster that killed his own wife? Why did he throw earth from the cemetery to his daughter?
It was because of a woman. The woman isn't alive. Love. What was your mother's name?
Tatiana.
Just a second. Your mom was murdered, but this woman died naturally.
Does this mean Svetlana's father had a mistress? Could he have gotten rid of his wife in such an awful way? But what had his daughter and granddaughter done to him that he'd wished them death and made the charm?
How is it even possible? That woman was a mother.
My godmother, yes. She died from cancer. It happened about 18 months before Dad died. After that, he began to change.
Was her name the same?
Yes, Tatiana.
Did your father have an affair with your godmother?
My paternal relative claims they'd always been together, but they'd been hiding it. My godmother and I were very close. I can't even describe it with words. She was like a second mother to me. She always helped and supported me. Is it true?
Do you mean their secret affair? Only he was in love. She had a husband and a family.
Yes, indeed. So they weren't a couple, right?
Only he was in love.
After the words of her father's unrequited love, Svetlana could sigh with relief. The clairvoyant dispelled the rumors Svetlana heard from her cousin.
After she died, he called her.
He visited her grave at least once or twice a week. He said he was seeing her in his dreams, and it meant she wanted him to visit her grave.
How madly he was in love. His love didn't fade away, even after she died. The living man loved the dead woman.
Your father brought something from the cemetery. From your godmother's grave.
He once brought a wreath. It was old and dried.
And then I realized the man tried to link himself to the woman he loved through the things he brought from the cemetery. Dimitro literally turned his house into a crypt. This necrotic energy made him insane.
Svetlana's father turned into a beast. It eventually had awful consequences when he killed his wife and hung himself.
He didn't wish to live with her, and he didn't let her live.
Svetlana, after your father died, your godmother's soul stayed with you. I don't understand how it's possible. He linked her to himself. But why is she with you at your home?
Wait a minute. The earth. He also brought it from the cemetery and from Tatiana's grave.
The couch is from here. We took it after they died.
Finally, it was all clear. Svetlana's father never made the charm. Her godmother's spirit settled into her house with the earth. She was really your second mother. She doesn't wish death on you or, God forbid, your daughter. She's bound to you, but she wants to leave.
This is why you've seen those shadows.
Help us.
To pacify the godmother's spirit, we needed to return the soil we'd found inside the couch to her grave. Do you know where she's buried?
Yes, her grave is in this village.
The psychics carry out the ritual to pacify the spirit of Svetlana's godmother.
This sand is charged with prayers. Bard, it will help us pacify her spirit. I release you. Leave this house and leave this family alone. She's just stroked you with her hand. Did you feel it?
Yes, over here.
Svetlana, she's grateful.
It's such a relief. Thank you.
Thank you for helping us resolve it.
It's unbelievable. The man's unrequited affection resulted in a grave tragedy that put the entire family in peril. If you're impressed by the story, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Many more impressive stories are waiting. A murderous curse doomed the woman to loneliness. The ghost of a little boy will help stop a series of deaths. You're watching Psychic Investigations. Only true and impressive stories are collected here. People who call themselves psychics take up tangled criminal cases and paranormal phenomena to unearth the truth and save someone's life. In this episode, thanks to their superpowers, the clairvoyants are going to challenge the supernatural forces that are trying to kill Anastasia, a young Ukrainian mother.
Let's draw a car, all right?
The place where Anastasia lives and works is unique. It's a privately owned zoo where they rehabilitate wild animals. She saves animals from all over Ukraine that, owing to different reasons, found themselves between life and death.
Good girl. Well done. What a clever girl.
The brave woman has no fear of carnivorous beasts. Only one thing scares her: the spirit of her late husband, Yuri. Anastasia claims he took the life of her fiancé, who she was going to marry after Yuri died, and he's now hunting her.
He loved me madly. He can't let me go even after his death. He used to tell me, "I'll always be by your side."
Anastasia and Yuri's relationship began in this very zoo. The couple built it almost from scratch.
We worked together. He was the manager and I was the administrator.
But 4 years ago, the doctors found a severe disease in Yuri.
Pancreonecrosis. They performed pancreatic resection, but it didn't help. When Yuri died, my life was ruined.
Only 3 years after Yuri's death, Anastasia paid attention to her new colleague.
Ole. He was an interesting, peculiar man. He became my best friend, and he showed his affection.
Eventually, the woman dared for a date with Ole. But at night, late Yuri visited her in a dream.
A long table. He's standing in front of it, and I say, "Yuri, is it really you?" Then I woke up, horrified.
But when she opened her eyes, she froze from terror. Yuri's ghost was standing in the middle of the room.
I was petrified. He died, I know it, so I screamed and scared the children.
And it only got worse over time. Anastasia says the ghost settled in her house, and he now appears day and night. Soon afterward, Ole proposed to Anastasia. She hesitated a lot whether she should accept the proposal, but her children helped her make up her mind.
Miroslava told me one day, "Mom, we're so used to Uncle Ole," and so I agreed.
The day after the engagement ceremony, a tragedy occurred. Ole unexpectedly fell from the steps of the house and hit his head badly.
The doctors did tomography. He had a hematoma. He was getting worse and worse and worse.
Eventually, Ole died. The woman is convinced that her late husband took him to the other world, and now he's hunting her.
I was admitted to the hospital. I had an appendectomy.
During the operation, the allergic reaction Anastasia suddenly began in the young woman, and Anastasia's heart stopped. She says she still remembers the feeling of her soul leaving the body while she was being resuscitated.
It was horrific. I left my body and saw myself lying there from the outside. I felt strong fear. I panicked.
The woman says that then, she again saw late Yuri next to her.
I tried to move, put my limbs in motion, but I couldn't.
Luckily, the doctors succeeded and saved Anastasia. But the poor woman fears that the next time there might be no miracle, and her children will be orphans.
I can't even imagine them here their mom is gone. I want it all to be over. Please, please help me.
Ukraine's most powerful clairvoyants, Jana Shulakova and Rubina Tsibulska, agreed to help Anastasia.
Jana, while I was tuning into Anastasia's photo, I saw a woman's spirit next to her. A blonde of about 30. She was holding a dead baby in her arms.
Who is she?
I don't know, she only said, You will only stop the death when you find blood on the flowers. Look, a living woman and a dead woman, and the cards of love and a man. Like a love triangle. They might be connected by love for the same man.
Who is the mysterious woman with the baby in her arms? What blood on the flowers did she mean? And is Anastasia indeed in grave danger because of the love triangle? An hour later, the clairvoyants arrived at the zoo. The house in which Anastasia and children live is next door.
Hello, thank you so much for coming.
The cards showed me that Anastasia shouldn't have left the world of the living a long time ago. It's somehow connected with a promise you gave the deceased. Wait. Yes, I feel that you gave an oath to your late husband. You did it right before his death.
He was at the intensive care. I tried to calm him down so he could go on living. I told him, I will always be by your side.
Anastasia still remembers holding her husband by his hand and crying. A few minutes later, Yuri closed his eyes for good.
If Anastasia swore to Yuri to be faithful to him, but then found a new man who she decided to marry again, it's quite probable her late husband's spirit could be seeking revenge on her.
Does this mean Anastasia is really doomed because of the vow of love she gave? Then why did the clairvoyants see the woman with the baby in her arms?
The only way to understand if it's Yuri who's trying to take Anastasia is to summon his spirit and ask him directly. You must close your eyes and call him.
Yuri, please come. I beg you. I need you so much.
I see Yuri. He's next to you. I see him pat your head. He's embracing you.
I saw him. He was smiling, he was kind. The man I used to know was standing next to me.
Anastasia, your husband says he misses all of you, especially your youngest son.
Most of all, Anastasia regrets that her son, Myron, doesn't remember his father. Yuri died when the boy was only 1 year old.
Yuri, I want to tell you Myron looks like you a lot. In everything. And Miroslava, too. I love you so much.
The ghost of the dead man was embracing his wife in front of me. Yuri would never hurt Anastasia, neither in life nor after death. I feel that both your husbands condemned to death by something. Yuri is asking us to save you from the evil force. He's showing me some big fantasy animal. It's like a deer. I feel that Yuri took care of it when he was alive.
The moose?
The animal saw its strength. Can you show it to me?
Of course.
What did you see? What? I saw some kind of black crater. It appears suddenly, and out of this black void, an otherworldly force emerges, like it's chasing you.
It's hard to believe. But as soon as the clairvoyant began describing the spirit, the animals went insane in the zoo. Growling and howling started in every cage.
The animals were trying to tell us who and why is hunting Anastasia.
For a long time, the clairvoyants, without a word, approached the animals and worked with them, trying to get information. Meanwhile, it grew dark.
I see a woman's ghost over there. The woman with the dead baby in her arms, from my dream. She's calling me to follow her. Quick. She stopped next to that house.
The clairvoyant points at the house in the territory of the zoo Anastasia lives.
She's holding the dead baby, telling it, "It's my house." Has a baby ever died in there?
No.
But then the woman started weeping and mumbling something. I could only make out one phrase. Died from the curse. After that, she pointed at Anastasia.
This is terrifying. What could Rubina Cybulska's words mean? Who died from the curse? Why is the woman's ghost pointing at Anastasia? And who on earth is this woman?
She's the third in the love triangle between you, Anastasia, and another man.
Maryna.
It turned out that late Yuri, before he met Anastasia, had lived with a woman named Maryna. The couple even had a daughter. They lived in the house in which Anastasia lives now.
I feel that before meeting you, Yuri broke up with Maryna. But she didn't lose the hope he would come back until the very last moment.
It's true, yes. I had a conflict with her. It happened here at the zoo. She blamed me for taking Yuri away from her.
How did she die?
I see some mechanics, an overturned chariot.
She fell from a motorcycle. She hit her head hard and immediately fell into a coma.
Maryna's friend was giving her a lift. The man lost control and crashed into a tree. An ambulance took the woman from the site.
The doctor from the emergency care told us she was on the 3rd stage of coma. Nobody said nothing. No predictions or hopes.
Maryna died, never regaining consciousness.
I realized Maryna's spirit had a reason to appear while she was alive. You took away the man that she loved from her, so she could be trying to take revenge on you after death.
And it could be.
I suddenly heard Maryna's voice. She said I couldn't take him. He died while I was still in the world of the living. Did Maryna die after Yuri?
Yes. He died first, and she died afterward.
She's not the killer. She's got nothing to do with the deaths of the men you loved. It's quite the opposite. Maryna's defending you. I was shocked. The woman who hated Anastasia while she was alive is now protecting her. But why? She says, "Thank you for fighting for my life."
Were you around while she was dying?
Yes. We took her to a better hospital. I did everything. I didn't want to let her go.
Anastasia says she forgot all of their old conflicts and stayed with Maryna until the end. It's hard to believe, but the new love of her ex-husband became Maryna's only support.
Maryna says she's protecting you from the other world because you're taking care of her daughter.
I'm raising her daughter.
Maryna had no relatives, so Anastasia arranged the funeral. After it, she immediately adopted the other Maryna's daughter. Anastasia says that legally she had no rights to the girl, but she did everything, so little Miroslava could stay with her.
After Maryna died, I asked her a question. Miroslava, who do you want to live with? And she said, with you. I've always had the feeling she's my daughter.
It's hard for Maryna's spirit to stay in our world. She must go. But before she does it, she wants to embrace you.
Like this, tightly. Thank you, Maryna.
When I embraced Anastasia, I had a vision. Anastasia and an adult. Dark-haired woman next to her. She was shouting something in the language I couldn't understand. And all of it was happening in a small house. Can I work in your house?
The cards show me that you received a death letter.
It's connected with a dead little boy.
Yes, he was my first son, Ilya. He would have been 18 by now.
Anastasia gave birth to her first son when she was only 19, but the baby boy only lived for half a year. The doctors diagnosed him with meningitis, an inflammation of the brain, and the boy died.
The doctor on duty came out and said, "Denon, I'm sorry, but your son is dead." My whole world collapsed. He was so little and so cute.
The boy wasn't Yuri's son. Who was your son's father?
Yes, he was my first love, and his name was Gamzat, and he was Dagestani. I met him as a first-year student. It was love at first sight.
But they couldn't be together. Anastasia was unwelcome in the strict Dagestani family.
I see a woman and she doesn't want the baby. Neither from you nor from your relation.
Gamzat's mother disapproved of our relationship because he was a Muslim, while I'm a Christina. She told Gamzat directly that he was supposed to marry a woman of their faith.
When did Gamzat introduce you to his mother?
When I was 7 months pregnant. I told her I loved him and he loved me. She cursed us. Me and my unborn baby.
A mother's curse is a powerful thing and it's hard to get rid of it. While the consequences can be unexpected, but nobody had a clue of how the curse exactly worked.
Anastasia says that she and Gamzat decided to marry anyway, which they eventually did.
The cards show me that the boy got sick after all those curses.
Yes?
The baby was the glue that held you together. The baby gets ill and dies, and people break up.
Had Ilya survived, we would have never broken up.
After they buried their son, Anastasia couldn't stay with her husband. The awful pain of the loss became stronger than the love. Anastasia says that she simply couldn't look at her husband, who had the same eyes as their dead sons.
Whenever I looked at him, I saw my son and cried. I realized I couldn't speak to that man anymore.
The curse was probably the reason both your son and your husband died. And now, it's threatening your life. I need to see your son's grave. I need to work there.
Hello, son. Hello, my dear baby. This is your mom.
I decided to summon the boy's spirit to ask him about the curse. Your mom has come to visit you, dear. Anastasia, you still remember every moment spent with your son?
He babbled so cutely. I wanted to hear his laughter, tears, and joy. But I only saw the pain. His death was terrible, and I couldn't do anything. I cried every night. I wept and howled as a wolf howls at the moon. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Anastasia, your son says it's not your fault. He heard your every word.
I always wanted to talk to him like this, and you gave me the chance to do it finally.
Then the spirit pointed at Anastasia's arm.
Let me see. Do you see the picture?
This is a sakura.
These blossoms, there was blood on them. I see the blood flowing down the blossoms.
I cut them.
Oh dear God. Anastasia, why did you do it?
I was thinking about Ilya and decided I'd be with him.
You promised your dead son you'd see him soon, right?
Yes.
It's connected with a promise you gave to a dead person.
Anastasia says she remembers almost nothing about the incident. When she regained consciousness, she was at the hospital, and later, she was told her neighbor had saved her when she dropped by and saw Anastasia in the puddle of blood.
The blood was flowing. But not much time had passed. When you have nobody to support you and you try to deal with your problems all alone, it's hard. It's incredibly hard. You must share it with somebody and ask them for help. If you ask for help, you will have it.
The curse was intended to bring loneliness and death. This is why Anastasia's both husbands died, and the boy got sick because at the moment the curse was applied, he was in his mother's womb.
The clairvoyants carry out the ritual to lift the curse of Anastasia's first husband's mother. It was the reason the woman was doomed to stay alone and eventually die. The psychics are confident Anastasia is alive because she's done many good things to other people. And this is what's holding her in our world, as well as the children, for whom she's assumed the whole responsibility.
Don't worry about your son, he's in the heaven together with Maryna, Yuri's first wife. She takes care of your son, just as you take care of her daughter.
Thank you. Dear God, thank you for this. I even see her take him in her arms, and he tenderly hugs her like I hug Miroslava. Thank you so much for helping me.
It's amazing how a mother's curse can cause terrible things. Parents always wish good for their children. They should never forget, however, that the best future for their children is the one they decide for themselves. If you're impressed by the story, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. The most intriguing stories are still to come.